Welcome to the hot, gay and sad podcast. Welcome to the hot, gay and sad sometimes podcast. Also, this is not my real hair. Cue the intro. Episode 1.
¿Tú estás nerviosa? I'm gonna throw up.
So, if this goes really bad, I do just want to blame the last person who commented on my YouTube channel, because she was like, I'm rooting for you, blah, blah. I'm going to put the comment up somewhere. You gave me hopes and dreams, and this is what you got. I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Do you want to start?
No.
People know you already?
Yeah. I'm kind of famous. I don't know if you've heard. I have 46 followers.
Wow. Going big in life. My name is Nani. Emily's, am I still your best friend? One of Emily's best friends.
What the fuck? Just in case you're not familiar with me, people are gonna think that I'm actually so obnoxious. I'm not, I swear. I'm overcompensating. My dick is small.
This is a bit.
Literally. Emily, 26, Taurus. She's a Leo. I feel like that's important to note. She's Leo. I'm a Taurus. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Whatever you think about a Leo is not her.
So much I didn't know.
I'm so happy to be letting you into my life.
Finally.
It
only took like 10 years.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a beautiful segue. We've been friends.
How did we meet? She doesn't remember.
I do remember how we met. We met in August, sometime in August.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017. Holy shit.
There you go.
So
I know.
8 years ago. And I liked her best friend at the time. Yeah.
Best friend is a long shot, for sure.
Oh, I thought you were like besties for some reason.
No, we were just friends.
Oh, I thought the entire time that it was like your bestie.
No.
Oh.
That was not my bestie.
Oh,
He was a good friend, but he wasn't like a best friend.
Oh, okay. I was also bi at that time, so like so much has changed.
I was straight.
That was a moment. And that's why we're here, because I think that we've lived very different lives in the past than we're living now, and I think that makes for interesting. I feel like we should like talk shit about it, because we've persevered.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the Nanechka I was in 2017 it would be shocked to meet 30-year-old Nanechka.
Oh my god, same.
Right? Like, the very judgmental rule follower would never.
I'm so straight.
I'm so straight, but women are pretty, and I do think I want to kiss them. But I'm definitely straight. That's very normal. Very normal.
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
We both also have ADHD.
I feel weird. I feel like I'm changing my voice.
I feel like Elizabeth Holmes, where she like
Elizabeth Holmes.
No wait, she like made her voice so much deeper,
People don't even know
so that people can take her seriously.
I just feel like I'm low-key serving my customer service voice.
Oh, I am untouchable, but I really deep down inside, I'm really just scared. Why are we here? What is this podcast?
I don't know. I think just to talk back on the point you hit, it's like the last 8 years of our lives have changed drastically. I mean, from meeting each other in Florida to both of us living in different states, being in different demographics, and dating or learning about our relationship styles, learning what we want out of a relationship. A lot has changed since 2017.
Yes, and I want to talk about all of the changes and how we got to what we got and all of the learnings. But also, this is a space maybe for us to process things that like we are working through together, because I know I'm very interested for you to talk about your dating life and where you are now, and for you to process that together here with an audience. Because
wow, isn't this the smartest thing I've ever done in
I
my
feel
entire
like
life?
it is. Okay, so that's the thing, that this is not another, like, not that there's anything wrong, because I eat that shit up, but this is not, I feel like Nani is very emotionally mature. So I think that we're going to have an insight, or like a look at a really healthy and secure person processing things. I mean, for the most part.
We're working on
I mean,
it.
I feel like the goal is never to be like perfect and to handle every situation perfectly at all times. And like we have trauma, and I think that will always be part of
100%.
it. But I think that you do a good job at regulating, or like at least being aware of things.
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting take of watching someone who's sort of secure and healthy go through life, and then also me, who I have a disorganized attachment style, which means I'm anxious and avoidant. So interesting. Anxious is also new for me. I was just avoidant, and on top of that, I am a serial monogamist, whereas Nani is also, but she does a much better job at not being that than me, because I'm a lesbian, so it's okay.
Currently.
Yes.
Currently. Because as of a few years ago, that wasn't the case.
Yes. I don't want to dive too deep, because this is like the first episode. Like, we can't give it all up on a first date. But I do want to also just provide, I think that this would be a good episode to provide all of the context that we're talking about. So we're talking about all the change that we've gone through. Where are you now that you weren't, let's even say like 5 years ago?
I think that 5 years ago, I was a lot more worried and anxious, and honestly, probably unhappy without even knowing it, than I am now.
Oh, how old were you?
I was 25.
25. Okay. So that was like
Yeah.
a year ago for me. So I also think that that's interesting, like, our difference
Yeah,
in
of course.
age.
I essentially watched you grow up since you were a baby.
I was a little baby.
There's no idea the taller baby can take on its mother or its mother's mother.
So I think that the last 3 years of my life were some of the most challenging, difficult years.
Yeah.
For me, in relationship, in setting boundaries, and finding myself, and dealing with family as well. I think that I'm a lot more confident now, a lot more secure, and the work that I've been doing these last 2 years for myself and for who I am and who I want to be, I think I'm finally starting to see it pay off, and I'm starting to see the change. And it's no longer other people pushing me forward and believing in me, but I'm starting to believe in myself as well.
Yeah. That's so nice. So proud of you.
Thank you, friend.
I was 20 years old 5 years ago, which, and I always say this, when you turn 25, you quite literally feel your brain fully come into like fruition. Like I think the day after I turned 25, I was like, oh, I get it now. And it could be because I've been in therapy more seriously than the time then, but also just like I look back, and 25 for me was just a year ago, but I look back at the things that I did when I was 20, and I'm just like, that was crazy. And some things I won't ever say on the internet. But
Do you think that the age difference definitely like affected like us in the sense of like the feedback we would give each other?
I think at the beginning, like when you say that you
Right.
were really judgmental, I definitely saw that. And I never saw that because for me it was like we're in the same like grade, and I like never like put two and two of like that age difference. Like for me it was never a factor, but like you had lived, I feel like, a life when you were, and like you were in like,
She had lived 5 years.
yeah,
more.
like you
She
had
was
lived a
done.
life, but like you were also in a very serious relationship where I was not, and I had never. So I think that like maybe in the beginning it was you were a lot more judgmental because maybe you felt like your word meant more, in the sense of like you knew what I was going through, and you were like kind of looking back at me of like, oh, I remember when I was that.
Yeah. Because it's easy when you've already lived a similar situation,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, just, like, give it a few months, you'll be
And
fine.
I do that.
Or you'll bounce back.
Yeah, and I do that with one of my friends. She's younger. She's 22, and I'm about to turn 27. Actually, her birthday's today, so she's 23. Happy birthday, Haley. Shout out.
Happy birthday.
But I like look at her, and I feel like I have that dynamic, and I have to check myself because I remember how I felt when you were kind of being judgmental towards me, and like it was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it anyways, but I'm sorry. And I don't want her to feel that way because I'm very much still in my chaotic era.
But also, you have to live for yourself. It's one thing.
No, yeah, and I feel like that's,
And
that's why we're still friends. Because I was like, I hear you, I know that, but also I was young, so for me it was like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want anyways.
No, but also, you did voice it. Like, you did voice
Yeah.
I just feel like you're gonna not like it, or I feel like you're gonna get mad at me, or whatever the case. And at that point in time is when I realized, so, like,
Wow, that's big of me.
it's not always about giving the advice and trying to push somebody to what you think is right. Sometimes you just gotta listen, and that's it.
And I think that that's what this podcast is.
Hey.
We just get a full circle moment. We just get to talk about what we're going through and have all 46 people watch us and judge us. But it's okay because Nani built me up for this. We do want to say that we do know that hot, sad, and gay sounds better. But then we couldn't say sometimes. We wanted it to be a little bit hopeful, and we can't say we're gay sometimes because unfortunately I am gay 24/7. As much as I tried to push it down.
Didn't she try?
So I tried, and I thought I was gonna marry. Shout out Chris.
What?
Not me name dropping. Oh my god, he's gonna send me a cease and desist.
That.
Literally, first episode.
Oh my god.
You're being sued.
Here I am, like, being so careful.
It was never gonna work. We look like siblings. It's fine.
God damn.
I think this is also great if you're listening to this on, because I don't know why you would, but if you're listening to this on Spotify, we have we're also on YouTube. You can find us at Hot, Gay, and Sad Sometimes Podcast. What inspired the name? I don't know. It was just
Somebody's bio.
It was my bio. It was my bio when my girlfriend broke up with me.
Beautiful.
We're back together, so it's fine.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, this is news?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know for how long, but it's there. Shout out Soph. Where were we? Where are you in your dating life?
I just recently, as of November, started dating again. And I don't know what happened from the last 2 years of me casually scrolling on Hinge to this past November, where it just felt like the vibes were different on Hinge. And I've met a lot of interesting people, and some are still around and some are not.
Would you say that the people on Hinge changed in the last 2 years, or do you think that it was kind of like how you felt about yourself, and then also yeah
Honestly, I would probably say it's probably the me part more. And just being more confident in who I am and what I want, and focusing on what I want for once. That was never done that before.
I love that. Where I'm at, again, serial monogamous. I've been in a relationship probably since in the last 5 years consistently. This was the first year where I actually said I wasn't going to get into a relationship. And again, I am a lesbian, and I had to fight with tooth and nail to make it out of my
I was there.
of my single period, but we did it. And I'm a much better person for it. And I am excited to explore that because I feel like I learned a lot. And also, just because I was in a relationship does not mean that I did not fall in love, because I quite literally fell in love 10 times. And I'm excited to explore that. Also, if I'm slurring my words, is because I am 1.5 White Claws in. So, I don't know what to tell you.
1.5.
1.5. Nice. I drank a whole one in the time that Nani was figuring out her technical difficulties.
I didn't know there was so much prep needed for this, and I was literally just gonna prop my phone against my laptop and hit record and start. Like, that was it.
So if you're thinking about...
And now I have a full setup with cans of beans. It's like so high tech.
We'll put some pictures up here somewhere.
It's bad,
in
guys.
editing.
It's bad.
In editing.
I need to check my Amazon cart once I enter.
All of that to say, the Hot, Gay, and Sad podcast will be a lot of us sharing our learnings and learning out loud. Do you have any hopes and dreams for the podcast?
I do. I think one of the best things that I personally like in life is to find people that I can relate to. So I think to reach out to certain people and that are different stages of their life, and to maybe, make people feel like they're not alone out there. That sounds very cheesy, but honestly, I feel like I love that when I connect with other creators in that capacity.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about things that I consume. And to be honest, I consume a lot of maybe like true crime and like very like things I can play in the background. I do not like to think about like my life in an existential way. But I would say that maybe my hopes and dreams for the podcast is also, this is not, it's life, and I feel like that is the most serious thing that you could possibly experience, but it quite literally is not that serious. So maybe to encourage people to have a little bit more fun and do things for the plot. And of course we have Nani here to tell us to tone it down.
Nah.
Oh, she's on her Samantha era.
I am on my Samantha era,
you know.
so I don't know.
I, unfortunately, I am Carrie. I can't fight it. I know
God.
Gen Z hates Carrie. She raised me, so I don't know what to tell you.
It is unfortunate she did raise
She
you.
literally, like, I can't, but...
That's her Bible.
It is, I fucking love Sex and the City. Let's not talk about the fucking reboot, though.
Oof.
I mean, we could talk about the reboot if you want us to.
We can.
I'm looking at the camera.
We can.
If you want us to talk about
can.
the reboot, please let us know. Because I would love to judge it.
So many notes.
But again, like hot, gay, and sad sometimes. It's gonna be kind of chaotic.
100%.
It's gonna be so chaotic, And we're gonna try different things until something feels right, until something sticks. Maybe us talking about our existential dreads doesn't work out. Maybe we want to become a I Hate Carrie podcast, and maybe that's what that is.
Ooh, you imagine?
I don't hate her though. That's the thing. It would be like hating myself.
She has her moments.
Yeah, she's so problematic. My problematic queen. So
I wouldn't compare yourself to her that much, though. You have done so much therapy that she could never.
real. And my therapist is great, so I would love to share my findings with you all, with all two of you. Shout out, Soph. Anyways, where the fuck were we? I'm trying to close.
We I'm trying
to close it out.
I've been trying to say bye. This is the most Hispanic goodbye you'll ever get. Just saying.
A Dominican and a Puerto Rican walk into a bar. Anyway, Bad Bunny, I love you.
This is us saying bye. Oh my God. Debí tirar más fotos. So good.
We could talk about that too. We have opinions.
I know.
Basically, we have opinions, and we are living a life with those opinions, and we are living life.
And the world must know.
Exactly. We are living that life with those opinions and experiences, and with those experiences, we just want to close it out. Thank you so much to the Hot, Gay, and Sad Sometimes podcast. This is Emily and Nanechka. We gotta go, or else I won't shut the fuck up.
You're gonna get the millennial piece. Peace.